So I'm at the mall and I'm looking to buy a new pair of shorts. So I have some to play on the basketball court with. And as I already bought the shorts, me and my mom walk into a store. The store's called Reserved. I don't know if you have these in America, but we have them in Europe. And one thing in particular really caught my attention. It was, I mean, I'm guessing the age right now, but it was 6 or 7 year old girl who was like obese. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful right now, of course, but she looked like the Black Angry Bird. I mean, literally like a circle. And in one hand, she has some fucking like Coca Cola or some fucking drink she got from the movies, I think. Just sipping on that shit. And then the other hand, she's got her own fucking phone. It wasn't her mom's phone; it was her own fucking phone. Yes, I said the kid was like 6 to 7 years old. I didn't ask, of course, but she was tiny. And I see her just like scrolling on fucking TikTok whilst her mom's doing the shopping. And in my mind, I'm just thinking, how fucked up is it? Like, actually think about that for a second. This kid barely walked out of her mom's fucking womb. Already is fucking up his attention span like this? Dude, that kid in like 10 years, it's gonna have a fuck ton of trouble at school. And I'm not saying he's gonna be a trouble kid, but it's gonna be so much harder for her to like study on all these subjects because her brain is not used to focusing on something for longer than 30 seconds. Kids like these are not fucking ready for school, man. Not even fucking kindergarten. Their attention spans are too fucked up. And that's the third thing we're gonna talk about in this video. You need to stop sitting on your fucking phone. Because trust me, I'm a victim of this myself. I mean, I didn't have a phone when I was fucking 6 years old, but ever since pretty much the age of 11, I have my own phone. And while thankfully I didn't have shorts back then, shorts became a thing when I was 13, 14, which is still fucking early, but you can imagine how much damage that can do to one's attention span. And I don't know if you can tell in my videos, you can see how like my eye contact sometimes running away, and how I'm stuttering a lot. Well, stuttering has its own reasons. It's English my second language, but that's a different topic. Back to the topic. You need to stop sitting on your phone. Now, this is not to say that your phone as a whole is a negative thing. No, the phone has a lot of beneficial usage. Like, you're probably watching this video on a phone. Therefore, you're doing something productive. Because you're educating yourself. Not like all these fucking TikTok addicted kids who just scroll around on their phone, not doing anything worth doing. Nothing productive. They're not gaining anything from these TikToks. I see motherfuckers all the time watching like Vsauce TikToks or all these science guys on TikTok thinking that, oh yeah, I'm so smart, I'm better than all these other guys. I watch fucking scientific shows that they don't even fucking remember anyway. You need to get off shorts. And the best way to get off your phone is to set limits. Now, it doesn't matter whether if you have a Samsung or an iPhone or a Xiaomi or whatever fucking phone you use. All of these phones, when you go to your settings, there should be a tab called screen time settings, something like that. And in that tab, you'll find an option which will allow you to set the time limits on each app. This is honestly the thing that saved it for me. This is the thing that saved my attention span. Because I set the block on YouTube for probably like, I think I started with an hour a day. And then I progressively deloaded the time to make it more difficult. I'm currently at the stage where I kind of don't give a fuck about the blocks. Like, I use my phone pretty much not at all when I'm at home. The only issue I have is when I'm at school, I tend to use my phone much more often, but I'm taking good care of that. So this is a very good method of getting rid of your addiction. Now, it's gonna be difficult at first. You're gonna break the barrier several times, but you're gonna need a little bit of discipline for that. But you want to change. Therefore, I believe you have what it takes to take on this challenge. And it's honestly really worth it, as I said. And now, the second thing you can do to improve, or sorry, second thing you can do to get rid of your phone addiction, find something you can do instead of sitting on your phone. Personally, I like journaling a lot. Like, I just grab my notepad or my journal and I have pages upon fucking pages upon pages of journaling. I hope in an empty page, but you get the point. This is pretty much the opposite of scrolling, because what you're doing when you're scrolling, you're letting your mind sort of rest down. You're entering this state of brain fog, as people like to call it, where you're not really thinking about much. Your brain is just dead inside. You're becoming a zombie, literally. And when you're journaling, what you're doing is everything around you but the piece of paper just disappears. This is the beauty of journaling. This is one of the only tasks that allows anyone to get into a flow state. If you have all these like daunting or tiring thoughts, I forgot the word, that just keep boiling in your head, it's a very good thing to do. You just grab a pen and grab a piece of paper and just get it out. Let it go. It's personally such an amazing thing. It worked for me like a charm. As I said, I have multiple pages that I wrote myself on just one topic. Honestly, bro, such a good way to relieve your thoughts. Now, second thing you should definitely do, read books. I think I actually showed this book in my other video. This is the book I'm currently reading. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People, and it's about, well, it's about how to win friends and influence people. And you don't have to read this book. You're probably sitting there wondering, Shredder, you're a fucking self-improvement. You're not a self-improvement YouTuber. You're meant to be a basketball player. Why are you telling me about all this? The truth is, I didn't really plan on making this video. Like, it just happened a couple of hours ago when I bought these shorts and the whole fucking kid situation happened. And that really inspired me to show you this, because you need, I feel like you really need to know the importance of your attention span, because if you're unable to focus, you're unable to get into a flow state. Therefore, once you're not focused on the actual basketball game, you're gonna do much worse. I know this video has pretty much nothing to do with basketball and it's more of a general self-improvement thing, but all parties get benefit from this, which is why I'm making this video, because it's so important. But going back on track, you should definitely read books instead of scrolling on your phone. This is a thing you can do pretty much anywhere. Same for journaling. You can literally do it anywhere. Just grab a book. Why the fuck am I explaining to you how to read a book? You know this shit. I don't have to overcomplicate it to you. Now, if you're looking for something you can read as a basketball player, actually, I got something. I'm testing your attention span right now. Don't click off the video. If you click off the video, have a small pee-pee. Okay, I found it. Now, this is the Polish version of the book because I'm from Poland. I'm not from America or the UK, but this is The Great Book of Basketball by Bill Simmons. It's like the NBA reporter, something like that. I haven't started reading it yet, but from what I heard, this is a very good book on just NBA in general. If you're looking to get to know the league better from the insides, I think this is a very good book. I didn't want to leave you empty-handed, because you're probably you're probably sitting there. I wanted to learn something I can use on the court, not some bullshit self-improvement video. Trust me, all of these things, I'm telling you, they're very beneficial for you. I remember I knew about the importance of your attention span way back, but I was also too arrogant to listen to all that advice, and man, do I regret. I really do. I remember having 6 to sometimes even 8 hours a day on my fucking phone. She was crazy. Moving on to the second point of this video, we're going to talk about your diet. If you're already not scrolling on your phone and you're not scrolling on your phone, because I don't have anything else to say, and you still have this brain fog inside of your head, it is probably most likely because of your diet, if it's not your phone. Now, I can't think of a simpler analogy than food being like fuel. These two words literally sound the same, food and fuel. They're almost identical. When you put something into your body and it processes it, the quality of the thing you put inside of your body is very important. As I said, it's just like fuel. When you put some cheap fuel in your car, it has a low chance of actually working properly. But if you invest in some high quality fuel and you put that into your car's gonna run like crazy. Now, I don't have a car. This is an analogy I literally just made up. This whole video is recorded in one take, and I'm surprised I'm not stuttering that much. I've made quite some progress. But back on topic. This is a pretty simple concept, and I don't really have to explain it to you. Basically, when you eat shitty food, your attention span's like shit. And when you eat good food, your mental state's doing much better. However, there's one catch to all of this that I need you to look out for. When you buy foods from a grocery store, like fucking... Wait, let's get funky with this video. Like an orange. Or actually, think of orange juice, because orange juice is funnier and easier for me to explain. Think of orange juice, right? When you buy orange juice from a grocery store, and you look at the ingredients list, you know, you see all these like 50 different ingredients, you don't fucking know what they are. What is citrus lateralis, whatever the fuck. You get a point. But when you actually grab a couple oranges and squeeze them out and get an orange juice, the ingredients is literally just orange. And the things you decide to add yourself, you get the point. It's like 20 times simpler. Therefore, you're 100% sure that what you're consuming is fully healthy. Unlike when you buy from a grocery store and you see all these like nasty ingredients to the juice. You legit don't know what you're putting into your body. You're just putting in what you feel like. It's probably the best advice I can give you when it comes down to diet. You can bulk, you can cut. I might make a video on fitness as a whole for a basketball player, but when it comes down to your diet, all you need to know is whether you want to cut, whether if you want to bulk, but also try to eat ingredients only. Now, of course, for a lot of us, our mothers make the food, so we can't really control that, but try just asking your mom whether if she can do certain meals for you. But overall, the best way to fix your attention span, besides stopping to scroll on your phone, eat healthy. Eat foods that don't mess with your body and therefore make you literally stupider. Eat foods that are healthy for you. Foods that you're meant to eat. Like a fucking caveman from 2 million years ago. What would he eat? Think of how sharp his mind was. It's kind of funny to me because when we think of cavemen, we think of these stupid guys who are like, I want to kill monkey. But their brains were like 20 times sharper, and they had like 500 times more testosterone than we do. I'm making up the numbers, but you get the point. I literally just came up with this on the spot. Alright, homie, the last thing we're going to talk about today is the importance of breathing properly. And you might be thinking, Shredder, what in the flying fuck are you talking about to me in this video? This is breathing? I know how to fucking breathe. What the fuck are you going on about? And hear me out, okay? Hear me out, please. There are two general types of breathing. There's shallow breathing and there's deep breathing. Shallow breathing is when you're taking these very small breaths, sometimes even with your mouth it's especially worse, but we'll get to that in a second. It's when you're taking these short, very tense breaths. You know, your body's all tense. You're not really thinking about what you're doing. You're just very small breaths. And deep breathing, well, as the name suggests, you know, it sounds kind of stupid to explain, but deep breathing is when you forcefully take a deep breath with your nose and you exhale with your mouth. Not necessarily with your mouth, but That's my preference on how to breathe for meditation and all that stuff. The thing with breathing is when your breath is deep and you have a lot of oxygen in your body, well, it's like comparing an uncharged phone with a 100% battery charged phone. You're much more capable of doing certain things because your body's filled with fuel. Similar thing with it's a very similar concept with food. Breath is so important. When you're breathing like shallowly, I don't know if that's a word, but when you're sitting there with your mouth is especially bad. Don't breathe with your mouth. Try to breathe with your nose. But most people are just like, my cat started staring at me, kind of funny. I'll show her at the end of the video if you manage to stay. But the thing, as I said, I'm repeating myself, bro. I'm tired. Breathing with your nose is not only 20 times better, but when you breathe fully, as I said, there's much more oxygen for your body to operate with. Therefore, you're running at a higher capacity. This is also why, now, I'm not a scientist, of course, but this is also why when you're playing sports, you're taking much bigger and deeper breaths because your body is at constant pressure and it requires more oxygen to function properly. And similar concept can be applied to your day-to-day tasks. When you have more oxygen inside of your body, you're just bound to work better. It's going to be easier for you to do certain tasks when your breath is deep. However, one thing about this is like almost everything has a catch. But the thing is with breathing, a lot of you motherfuckers, you're tense as fuck. Matter of fact, you're too tense to actually take a deep breath. Now, what even is a deep breath? How deep should a breath be? According to my research, very professional research done by a 16-year-old, but according to my research, I can't speak, bro. The practical depth of your breath should be all the way to your balls. Now, this is advice, of course, for men, but your breath should be so deep that when you take the breath, you should literally feel your balls move. Now, personally, I'm not loose enough to feel my balls move. Like, the deepest I can go is probably slightly below my stomach. But I can imagine the type of presence people have who breathe fully. Now, what can you do to improve your breath? Therefore, your attention span. Meditation. Now, there's thousands upon thousands of videos online on how to meditate, probably. Hamza probably has the best one on how to meditate. Basically, what you do, very simple explanation of how to meditate. Don't worry, there's no cringe. You're not just gonna sit there and I bet I just insulted some religion. My apologies, but what you do is you sit with your eyes closed and you just breathe. Inhale, exhale. You want 100% of your focus on the breath. Think about the breath like constantly throughout the meditation. However, there's gonna be a point where you'll uncontrollably stop thinking about breathing. Like, you can't do anything about it. This is natural. You'll suddenly stop thinking about the breath. Your mind will just wander to some other thing. The thing is, it's pretty much whatever. It's literally anything. You could just sit there, think about breathing. Stay on track, Shredder, stay on track. And suddenly you would get a thought of, I don't know, tomorrow's test. Anything. The trick to meditating is like one bicycle for meditation is to catch that part of when you're distracted and snap back to thinking about the breath. And as I said a few seconds ago, that's like one rep for your brain. That's like one bicep curl. And the whole process of meditation is just to sit there, think about your breath, try to catch yourself getting distracted, and return to the starting position, which is thinking about the breath. Trust me. There's this app on There's this app called Medito. It's very good. I've been using it for quite some time, and it also has a very good explanation on how to meditate properly. It actually shows you like multiple types of meditation you can try. I never actually tried these, but they're also pretty effective from what I know. I hope you found value in this video. I know it was quite long, and you're not used to this format from me. Plus, I barely said anything about basketball. But if you like these general self-improvement videos, which all parties benefit from, doesn't matter what sport you fucking train, you should definitely click the button. I don't like doing that self-promo stuff, but I'll do it anyway because I'm a cunt. Now, as I promised throughout the video, I shall show you the cat. And it is right here. Look at this fucking fat ass. You got anything to say? Of course you don't, because you can't fucking speak. Alright. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.